Nørrebro is named as one of the most multicultural parts of the city, with nearly 25% of the community being immigrants. Diversity makes this neighborhood rich with clothing, jewelry, food, and a colorful nightlife, especially in the southern part of the district by Sankt Hans Torv. Our square, Sankt Hans Torv, is in the heart of the Nørrebro neighborhood. The square has a significant history as an important junction and cattle market. Just east of Sankt Hans Torv is St. John's Church, which is the oldest and largest church in Nørrebro, built in 1862. The square was officially developed when Nørrebro was built up as a dense working-class neighborhood. In 1993, as traffic increased, the square was reimagined and downsized as part of an urban renewal program. Thus, Nørrebro and Sankt Hans Torv have transitioned to a gentrified neighborhood, riddled with cafes and shops and teeming with people. In the center of the square lies a granite sculpture by Jørgen Hogen Sørensen. Erected in 1993, the house's railing symbolizes the shared space of square and city traffic. Sankt Hans Torv is open on 3 sides to the street, while 2 cafes with ample outdoor seating line the northwestern boundary of the square. A main commuting street, Fælledej, follows the southern boundary of the square, creating a steady flow of traffic around the area. Parked bikes and concrete benches line the western side.
Sankt Hans Torv is a multifunctional square. Most commonly, the square provides a place for friends to meet. Many people met at the square, then left to go elsewhere in the Nørrebro neighborhood. In the morning, people used the square as a shortcut between the 2 surrounding busy streets, often passing through the west and east corners. Others spent more time at the square enjoying something to eat or drink at one of the cafes. In the afternoon and early evening, children splashed in the water, and people passed through the area on their way to enjoy the lawn at St. John's Church. At these times, there was an overwhelming abundance of parents and children. In the early to late evening, we observed an influx of young adults meeting at the benches or enjoying the cafes surrounding the square. Although Nørrebro is the most ethnically diverse area in Copenhagen, the majority of the visitors to the square were white.
Sankt Hans Torv has many positive qualities. It is located between the residential and business areas of Nørrebro, so it receives heavy commuter and foot traffic. Its central location is ideal for people to meet before heading off to other areas of this neighborhood. The square is open on 2 sides and with 2 cafes creates a curved boundary on the third. This triangulation invites people to enter the space. Sørensen's statue sits in the middle of the square, providing a focal point for all who visit. While kids enjoy playing in the water, the sound of flowing water also helps to block the noise of traffic. The structure and scale of the statue provides visitors with clear sightlines through it, allowing them to view the entire square from any vantage point. 5 seating areas face towards the statue. This not only provides a place for people to sit, but also encourages engagement with the water structure. During the day, the square is warmed by the sun as the buildings around the space are no higher than 5 stories tall.
Negative attributes were also observed in the square. Sankt Hans Torv features only 1 tree, so there is a general lack of aesthetic green space. Instead, the area is filled with concrete, granite, and other bland, rough materials. Additionally, the square is surrounded by busy streets. Though these streets bring foot traffic through the area, it also brings car traffic and noise pollution. This traffic alongside the space may deter people from wanting to spend extended periods of time and spontaneously visit Sankt Hans Torv. The square is a common meeting location for people and a convenient location to park bikes. Currently, there is a lack of organized bike parking, so there are many bikes placed sporadically around the square. This disorganization creates limited accessibility to the square, as it completely blocks access from one side. While there is some static seating, the area lacks freestanding and movable chairs. The east corner has no seating at all, and the cafes are exclusively for customers.
Though Sankt Hans Torv draws many people, some improvements could be made. Most notably, the square would benefit from increased green space. More green space would help serve as a stronger buffer for noise while adding color to an otherwise monotone space. Potted plants could somehow be incorporated and possibly watered through recycling the water used in the central statue. Additionally, increased seating, including movable chairs, would allow people to better use the space. Increased seating would also encourage people to sit and enjoy the space for longer periods of time. Finally, at all times of the day, bikes clutter the west side of the square. Increasing organized bike parking in or near the square would allow for the space to be occupied more effectively by people than by bikes.